last night I was talking a lot about how I was going to get up early this morning and go over to this big rummage sale that's at a naval academy. It's like a high school for, I mean, I don't really understand what a naval academy school is. It's not anything that's in my experience. Pineapple. Pineapple, come here. Pineapple. Come on, buddy. Don't go in there. Come on. Come in here. Come in here with me. Here's Pineapple. He's a little boy. He's having a hard time tonight because the neighbors, I've been shooting fireworks. We haven't heard any in a few hours, but it takes them quite a while to get over the anxiety once they start doing it. And he's looking for a place to hide. He's trying to climb in here, but I'd like him to just go into his little bed here and just chill out. Go to your bed here, bud. So yeah, they in this neighborhood it usually starts like mid-May. The 4th of July season starts around then, and it goes probably through the end of August. So it's difficult for us because he gets so anxious. He's like he'll tear the whole house apart, and his heart rate is so high. I'm just afraid he's going to have a heart attack and die because of explosions, constant explosions. If they could contain it to the 4th of July, I would be happy. That's okay. That is the holiday. That's what it's supposed to be for. But it's it's a 3-month holiday around here. And there's one particular neighbor who really starts shooting them. And I don't know if it's worth it to try to talk to them or not. But last year we went, 2 years ago, we just put him in the car and we drove for like 8 hours just to keep him away from the explosions. We started honestly, it could have been 12 hours. We left here at 5. It was like 5 p.m. I was like, it's already too intense. We have to get out of this house. And we drove, just got on the highway, drove. And we got home maybe like 2:30 or 3. So what is that? Not quite 12 hours, but it was a long day of just driving because there's nowhere we can go. There's nowhere to get away from it. So last year I was poking around the internet asking advice on where to take a dog in the Chicago area to escape from fireworks. And it was suggested to get a hotel room near O'Hare Airport, it's not super close to a lot of residential neighborhoods. And supposedly the hotels have a lot of soundproofing because of the airplanes. So we did that last year, and I picked the cheapest hotel I could find. It was only about $55 maybe for the night. And it was okay. It was relatively soundproof. We could definitely hear some fireworks. I think I picked a hotel that was as close to a neighborhood as you could get and still be in the O'Hare area. So I think it was probably about 50% successful. I think it was as successful as we could have hoped for. But this year we're going all out, and there's a Hilton hotel that's like directly in the middle of the airport. Like you have to go onto airport property to get to this hotel, and they allow dogs. So I reserved 2 nights there because the 4th of July this year is on a Friday. So it stands to reason that Saturday is probably going to be pretty intense too. Here in this neighborhood, it's just, nonstop explosions for 12 to 24 hours. Just like, literally not a second will go by when you don't hear something blowing up. And we just can't handle it. We got to get chased out of our own home. So we have been hearing some over the last couple of weeks, but then tonight it was about 5 or 6. And well, anyway, I could go on about this, but it's not really the point of the video. The point is, last night I said I was going to go out sourcing this morning, even though I absolutely did not need to. I have more inventory than I can possibly list in any kind of a reasonable time. And I hate to miss out, that summer, this is the season to be out shopping and getting inventory, but I just can't handle it. So this morning I decided to not go to the Naval Academy and I was just going to peek into a few yard sales. And the other thing about this neighborhood, this whole area around here, like people don't know how to do yard sale signs. They'll just go to a busy intersection and put their sign up with an address, and they write the address so small that you can't possibly see it. You're driving by in a car. And they include all kinds of details about what kind of stuff they're selling. You know, they'll write a whole paragraph on the sign that you're driving 35 miles past. You can't read it. All you really need is a sign that says sale and have an arrow, and just keep putting arrows until I get to your house. You know, that's all I need. So I did follow some arrows this morning. This is the other problem, is there's a lot of arrows that just don't go anywhere. So I probably was out for an hour this morning and I did not find a single sale. Like I probably followed 7 arrows, you know, signs pointing me yard sale this way, and then I just keep driving that way, and then no more signs appear. So who knows? I didn't find any sales this morning anyway. But then this afternoon, right around noon, Jessica, my wife, she decided to work from home today. So it was around lunchtime. She said, can we go to Jersey Mike's for sandwiches? So we packed Pineapple up, we took him out of the car, and we drove over to Jersey Mike's. And on the way back, I saw a sign, a yard sale sign. And so we drove down there and stopped. And I did get a couple of things there. So I'll show you those. Nothing too exciting. This is a New Era. There's the logo. NFL, Chicago Bears stocking cap, beanie, winter hat. I'm calling it. I'm saying I paid $2 for it, but I really bundled all this stuff together. I got these shoes, and all of these gloves for $35. So she had. Well, let's get that out of the way. I think this is probably not worth a lot, maybe $12 to $15. And it's not really winter hat season, so it might take a while to sell, especially in the Chicago area where Chicago Bears fans are. I got this pair of shoes. These are Vans. This is called the Sketch Checkerboard. They're pretty small. I think this probably would be purchased for a kid. I think they're men's size 5 or women's size 6.5. So they're pretty tiny. They were only $3. They're probably worth $20 to $25. I'll probably put $21.99 on them and see if I can't sell them fast. But then this might have been the good buy, I think. These are like nitrile gloves. They're like shop gloves. They have a textured pattern on them so you can get a good grip. And they're this bright orange high vis color. I'm not sure what that helps with, but anyway, she had them marked $8 a box. And I asked if I buy all of them, can I get them for $30? So there's 6 boxes here. I paid $30 for those, and then $35 total for everything. So these sell for like $25 to $30 a box. So I'm just going to put the 6 of them together, sell it as a lot of, there's 100 in each box, so it'll be 600. And I'm going to try to get 150 for those. And I think I'll get that. Anyway, I only have one sale tonight to pack up, and I already pulled it here. It's these Magic Treehouse books. But I did have a Facebook Marketplace sale today. It was for one of these Corningware pots. It was a smaller one. I think this is a 10-cup one. The one I sold on Facebook Marketplace was a 6-cup one. So yeah, I received a message this morning asking, is this still available? And it was a lot of difficult wrangling with this buyer she kept saying, I don't know how to do this because I don't have Instagram. And I didn't really know what that meant. And then she made some comment about leaving a phone message. And I didn't know what she meant by that either. So I was just kind of going to ignore it, and then sort of, I don't know. I've had those things sitting around for a long time. You can't sell them on eBay because they were recalled in the 60s. There's something about, if you put hot coffee in them, the glue that holds the handle on can come loose, and you might spill hot coffee on yourself. So they're not allowed to be sold on eBay, but a lot of people collect them just to put on a shelf. So I put them on Facebook Marketplace. I had 3 of them, different I had two of this cornflower pattern and then one with the Spice of Life pattern. I sold that Spice of Life one. That one I shipped through Facebook Marketplace, which I've never, that's the only time I've done anything like that. And then that other one sold today for $60. So I was happy to get that. She did show up. I didn't know if she was going to be a real person or if it was going to be a scam or what, but she did show up. She was basically saying the same thing. Like, she drove maybe 30 or 40 minutes to get here. And she said, oh, I was just hoping this was going to be real, that you weren't going to blow me off because I drove so far to get here. I was like, well, I was kind of thinking the same thing. She said that, so it turned out she looked at my listing on Facebook and then followed along and found out where I worked somehow, and then called my job and left a message there. So I might get to work on Monday and have a weird conversation with somebody that she left a message with. I don't know who. I don't know. It seemed crazy to me. Once she got here, she seemed very normal. Like, she was very friendly and very excited to get this pot. And I was happy to get $60 for it. So it turned this day into relatively, it's an okay day. We're not going to hit the $100 price point I like to get, for profit on a single day, unless more sales come in tonight. But we might be around 89 or 90, so not too far off. Anyway, I pulled these books already. I'm going to just get these ready and pack them right now. So hold on for 1 second and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I put all those things away and I got these books ready to go. So in the end, this morning, I didn't go out to get more inventory. And then later I found out I had the wrong date for that Naval Academy sale. It's not until next weekend. So I basically have a week to decide if I can get enough stuff listed from this. I mean, this is just a portion of my death pile here, but all of this stuff has to be listed. If I can get all of that listed before next weekend, then maybe I will consider going to that sale. There's also 2 smaller communities around here that are having their village-wide yard sales that same weekend. So that could be a big day for getting inventory. So I just have to decide. I really just have to put my back into it and get as much listing done as I can. But like today, I spend most of the day just listing. Mostly just taking photos of things I already have drafts written up for. But I didn't get through that many because they're mostly hats that I've already started on and they need a little bit of work. Each one of them has been sitting for years and they need to get the dust brushed off of them. And in some cases they need to get steamed and shaped. Some of them I had soaking in OxiClean, and I think they're probably not worth the effort. I'm gonna grab them and show them to you, and maybe you can give me some answers. So let me get these. Okay, I'm doing laundry right now. These 2 hats, and where's the third one? Right here. So these 3 were all soaking in the OxiClean for the last probably 48 hours. I don't know what this logo is. I thought it was Victoria's Secret. This house that I got it from, it doesn't seem like this guy would be wearing a Victoria's Secret hat. And he seemed to be the hat collector, but I think his daughter lived in the house too. So could have been hers. I look at the Victoria's Secret and the logo is not exactly like this. And then it has this heart on the back, which I don't see that as a Victoria's Secret thing either. So I don't know what this is. So it might not be worth anything. I might have been soaking it for no reason. This Matco Tools one, I think it's just too far gone. It is so stained. I don't know what's on here. This actually doesn't look too bad right now compared to what it started at. So that OxiClean does work, but it is still very, very yellow. And I don't think it's really worth that much anyway, maybe $20. So, I mean, it's in bad shape. If it was in perfect condition, it might be worth $20. So maybe it's not worth messing around with. And then this one actually came out pretty good. It looked bad when it was still wet, but after it had time to dry, This band was so yellow before, and now it's just like off-white. In fact, it looks like maybe that's the color that it's supposed to be. So this is a NASA hat. I don't know if it's worth anything either. I couldn't find an exact comp of this particular hat, so I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't think these NASA ones, like even the coolest NASA ones, are probably not worth that much. But this one's cool. I like it, and I thought maybe it's worth it. But it is polyester. That's probably not good. I don't know. So if you know what this logo is, let me know. If you think this NASA one is worth selling, let me know. I'm pretty sure this Matco one is going straight in the garbage. I do have another Matco racing hat it's not exactly the same, but similar, and it's in much better condition. So I could just sell them together, just throw this in instead of throwing it in the garbage, but I don't know. So if you have any ideas about these 3 hats, I'd love to hear them. So these are the other ones I've got to work on. They just need to be brushed off and reshaped a little bit, but they're going to take time. So I got, I don't know, maybe 12 listings done today, which is not a number that I'm excited about. I was hoping to get like 40. Then after we had dinner, I was going to come down and work, and then those fireworks started, and then Pineapple can't be left alone. If he's anxious like that, he will like literally tear the house apart. He has cut through electrical cords with his claws because he does that digging motion when he's most anxious. Oh, this book has a little tear in it that I didn't notice before, so hopefully that's not too problematic. I had these books listed they're the Magic Treehouse Merlin missions. They've only been listed for about 3 days, and I had them for, I think, $54.99. I paid $8 for them, and for these, and then another set, a different Magic Treehouse set, also $8. So $16 total. And I'm not sure, I didn't feel like $55 was a great, turning 8 into 50 is fine, but it's not like something to get very excited about. But then I got an offer today for 45, and I was thinking, should I counter offer 50, or maybe they would be more likely to buy it for 49? And then I thought, am I going to miss a sale because I'm trying to get an extra $4 out of it? And this is going to probably be the only real sale of the day, so I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss a sale because I'm trying to be greedy. So I took that $45 offer. So we're probably going to make, I don't know, $20, $25 or $29 on these books today. So nothing too exciting. But somebody's going to get these books. Hopefully they'll be able to read them and they'll enjoy them. I did not notice that tear on that one, so I hope I'm just going to send them anyway and hope that it's not a problem. So I'll do this one, I'll get this finished and then buy the label for it. And then we'll see what kind of profit we did make. So I think it's probably going to be $29. Let's find out. Okay, orders. I'm just going to buy this through the app because it's pretty simple. It's only one box, so we're not going to do the bulk purchasing tool. Okay, how much does this weigh? Okay, so it's only 5 pounds, 15, so it's under 6 pounds. This is 13 by 9 by 6. Okay, this label is going to cost $9.61, and the buyer paid $9.24. Okay, can we get this cheaper? This part is much easier on the computer screen than on this phone, choosing the shipping method. So right now it tells me all of these things, all these flat rate envelopes and stuff. Like it should be smart enough to know that I can't put this in an envelope. And it is going to offer me medium mail at $8.38, which is a little cheaper. So we'll do that. So now $8.38, they paid $9.24. So at least I'm not losing money on the shipping here. Save. In this case, I have to save the label because of the printer I have, and then open up the printer's printing app. And here it is, it's PDF, print. Usually it connects automatically. This time it did. Sometimes it doesn't, but usually it does. Okay. So let's get back to this spreadsheet. Okay, so I got everything all loaded up here. Now do I remember how much it was? 8 something? I think it was 848, 838. So put that in here, 8.38. So that means we made $28.74 on this. So what did I guess? 29? That's pretty close. And then the average, the total sale for today, including that Corningware percolator, was $88.74. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that we get another sale before the end of the night, but probably not. So for June right now, the average profit per day is $94 even. That number has got to go up. Anything under $100 is a failure. That month is a failure. So let's try to keep our hopes up and be positive that the rest of the month is going to go. We're going to sell a lot more stuff and get everything done to make at least $100 a day. So, okay, that's it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Oh, you know what? Let's quickly do... We only had 2 sales yesterday. That was Thursday, so I'm going to add that to my board here. This is going to be the last thing we do, and then we're going to go to bed. So there we go. 2 sales for Thursday. This tracks every sale for each day of the week. So, okay, that's it. Going to bed. Tomorrow should probably be maybe not a packing day. I usually don't pack on Saturdays, so it's probably going to be a listing day. So tune in for a video showing how I take photos and kind of seeing some of the new inventory I got that's getting posted onto my shop this week. So that's it. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon. Bye.